Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Ryan and welcome to Math with RG. Thank you so much for checking out this lesson today. Remember, it's going to be you and I, and we're going to conquer this. Are you ready? Here we go! Today, we are continuing our systems of equations explanations, and we're going into elimination, 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 elimination. All right. I don't know where that came from. Anyway, guess I got a lot of energy today. So today we're going to be talking about elimination. Well, what does that mean, right? Eliminate, cut it out, stop it, get rid of it, take it away, cut it out, eliminate it, squash it, whatever it is, subtract it out. Okay, so what does that mean in terms of systems of equations? Well, we have two equations, right? And each equation has two different variables. In this case, we have x and y in each one. Those are the most commonly used, but sometimes you'll get a bunch of random letters. It doesn't really matter what letters you get. When you see two different variables in each equation, then you can use this method, elimination. Now, this is a little different from substitution in the beginning, but then substitution will actually come back into play for this as well. All right, so in elimination, we have these two equations, and what you're going to ask yourself is this: can I add the equations together, and will one of the variables disappear? Or can I subtract the equations together, and will one of the variables disappear? So what I mean is, when we look at this, we've got 3x plus 2y equals 11. And then we have 3x minus 5y equals 25. Now, I've already set it up where they are lined up with the x's on top of each other, the y's on top of each other, and the constants on top of each other. That's how you want to have it set up, just like when you're doing normal addition or subtraction when you do it vertically. Okay, so the question is, can I add them together and will something be eliminated? 3x plus 3x, well, that would give me 6x. 2y plus negative 5y, well, that will give me negative 3y. So nothing was eliminated there, so let's try the subtraction method. So we're going to take this and we're going to rewrite this. So we've got 3x plus 2y equals 11. And then we've got 3x minus 5y equals 25. Now, here's the important part when you're subtracting. You want to put the bottom one in parentheses and then put a minus sign on the outside, so you know that the minus sign is going to be distributed to each thing. Here, here, and of course, here. Okay, so let's do it. What is 3x minus 3x? Well, that cancels out, and now the 3x's are gone. So the x's are gone, and that's what we want. We want it down to one variable, because when you have two different variables, you cannot solve an equation unless you know one of them, of course. All right, so now we have 2y minus negative 5y. So that's where you have to be a little careful, okay? And I'm going to rewrite this off to the side here. We have 2y minus and then negative 5y. So what does that lead to? Well, 2y minus a negative means plus, and then 5y, so that gives you 7y. Okay, so that's just kind of off to the side. So now we're going to rewrite the equation. We have 7y equals, and then we have 11 minus 25. 11 minus 25. So we know that's going to be a negative number, and that is negative 14. All right, so now all we have to do is solve for, you guessed it, y. Well, we have 7 times y, so that means we have to do the opposite, which would be dividing by 7. And of course, in algebra, we have to balance it on both sides. And we get 7's cross out, y equals negative 2. Okay, so now I know what y is. Y equals negative 2. Well, I need to plug that in to one of the equations to figure out x. All right, let's do it. Okay, so we've got 3x plus 2, and then we're going to throw in some parentheses. Let's go with our negative 2 here. Okay. Equals 11. So notice when I plug in, I use parentheses to make it very, very clear. So we have 3x plus 2 times negative 2 equals 11. Notice now you only have one variable in this equation, and that would be the x. Okay, so let's solve it up. 3x minus 4, because 2 times negative 2 is negative 4, equals 11. Now we're going to add 4 to both sides. Balance it out. Negative 4 plus 4 is 0, and we have 3x equals 15. All right. How's everybody doing? Okay. So now we want to finish this off. We have 3 times x, because 3x means 3 times x. So we divide by 3 on both sides, and we get x equals 5. Now remember, the answer to this is a coordinate point. Okay, so we want to write it as a coordinate point. So let's do that. Here's our final answer. We've got 5, comma, negative 2. And we're gonna put some flashy, this is the answer kind of thing. Okay, the very last thing is checking your work. Now, it's very possible that when I was doing this, or when you were doing this on your own or something like that, that you could make a mistake. We're human, we make mistakes. That's okay. Trust me, it happens all the time. Sometimes we're moving too fast, we're not looking at it, we're not saying it out loud, and we just totally blow past the mistake and we don't even notice. But what's cool about these types of equations is that we can ensure that we got it right by plugging it back in. So let's plug it back in. We have 5 comma negative 2. Well, let's look back here at our original questions here. Let's start off with the 3x minus 5 times the negative 2, which is the y, equals 25. Okay, so let's do it. All right, 3 times 5, 15. There's your 15. Now, here's where you have to be careful. This doesn't say 5 times negative 2, it says negative 5 times negative 2. And that is positive 10 equals 25. So then you just finish it off by doing 25 equals 25. Boom. And there it is, checked off. 25 equals 25. So that worked, but we are not at 100% correct yet. We have to plug it into the other equation. That's how you'll know that for sure 5 comma negative 2 is correct. All right, so let's do it. We've got 3 times 5 plus 2 times negative 2 equals 11. All right, very cool. 3 times 5, 15. 2 times negative 2, negative 4 equals 11. And there we have it, everybody. 11 equals 11, check mark. Okay, so that's how we know that we got it correct. Thank you all so much for watching this lesson today. This has been Math with RG. I'm Ryan, and I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.